Hey everyone, how you going? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. So this weekend I decided to give a try to the Daily Race C because it's on a street race car, or with a street race car I should say. And if you can't beat them, join them. So I decided to go with the BMW because I've seen in the leaderboards it has done quite well. So here's me trying to do a qualifying lap to see how I can improve my time, or get used to it rather, but it did not go well. It did not go well at all. First corner I got a 3-second penalty and I rage quit that. That was good. It was the tires and my braking point that really caught me off guard there. Did not expect that. Attempt 2, do a little bit better job. Light in the wall, slightly off track a little bit, but I did try my best. Now this car, because of the tires that it has and the amount of power it has, if you have not driven this car in the game before, it does tend to slide and you can hear the tires screech. But yeah, it's not. You have to be prepared when you're driving this car, otherwise you will end up in the barrier. Still doing the first lap. I'm trying to keep it composed, keep it tidy. And yeah, it's definitely not going to be a low 2 minutes by any means. I don't consider myself a YouTuber, like a professional racer, I should say. But, it's the first race, lap 1, turn 1. Let's see what's going to happen. Well, there's already a fight going on between a Singaporean and what it looks like to me is a Kiwi. And watch that Lexus there. Boom. He's gonna end up in the wall. Fast forward a little bit, and I really get taken out by the Honda NSX. And now watch the Porsche, the white Porsche, Sim Racing Kiwi, I think he is. I think he just touches a pixel or something, and he gets a penalty. And it's not looking great. And it's still lap 1. Big turn, I rear end an NSX, of course I do, and this is just filth. I mean, there's like 3 cars in one another, and it's not over yet. Oh no, not at all. There's still more. Watch that Porsche again. Yep, he did turn out to be into the wrong side of the road.
You're going the wrong way!
I should say he was facing the wrong side of the road. Still, race 1, lap 2, and going parallel with the NSX, and I run wide, super wide, and I meet the wall, as I do, and I lost a couple of positions. Hooray! Fast forward a little bit into that big turn. And what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? I lose my braking point. I did not know where to brake. My left foot decided not to work, and I get a 3-second penalty. Fantastic. It was that kind of race. End of lap 2, I serve my penalty, and this is really a critical spot where you serve your penalty, because you're at the big straight. You want to put the hammer down, but you cannot, and it really sets you back a few positions. Lap number 3, I go off track again. You can see I feel like I'm not doing a good job at this race at all. I don't know what I'm doing, so to speak. Fast forward to towards the end of lap 3, or I should say middle or second half, and I think the Mazda just touched the Ferrari just a tiny bit, and he's been sent to the Shadow Realm. I could not believe that. It did not even look like a contact to me from where I was, but I'm guessing it was. There's no other way. The Ferrari completely forgets where to brake and hits the wall or a rock, and that gives me a position, and we finished the race on P10. Not a great race, but it is what it is. So I decided to work on my qualifying time. Maybe if I go up the ladder, maybe it'll be a better race, hopefully. And with that in mind, I decided to pay attention, focus on the braking points, because this car has no problems with speed. It can go, it can move fast, but it's the turning. You gotta know where you gotta brake and where you have to put the hammer down. Because if you don't, you know where you're gonna be. You're gonna be in the wall, or you're gonna be hitting another car. As you can see, I was still not low 2, but it was around 2.7, 2.8, I think. Qualifying time. So in race number 2, starting on P6, slight improvement for the first race. And in the first turn, I did not end up in the wall. Because one guy goes off track for a fraction of a second, but then he decided to completely go off track. Maybe he was not having a great time. Fast forward a little bit, and I think I forgot the braking point, but I did not meet the wall again. I watched that Lexus. I've tried not to hit him, rear end him a few times, but I think I should have, because I do pay the price in the end by getting hit by somebody else, because I was trying to avoid him so much. And it feels like he's been ghosted forever around here, because he's just ghosted. Fast forward to lap number 2, coming towards the end of the big long straight, and I tried to avoid him by going to the left a little bit, because I know he's too close, but no, that's not good enough. I rear-end him anyways. And I don't think this was enough. There was more contact further along. No, you gotta keep an eye on that dazzle. Oh wait, hang on before you do. Now over here, coming to end of lap 2, I'm trying my best to keep my position P5. And out of nowhere, to me, what it looked like was dazzle is just a rammer, because he just knocked me out of my, rhythm, so to speak. But here's from his point of view. Here's a shot from his point of view to see. I'm not even in his view, so it looks like he did not even see me. Here's another shot from the replay. A slight contact towards this corner here slowed down, and my front end of the car, it completely went nuts and nearly hit the wall. I do not know, the physics decided not to work or what happened there. And that really set me back. I did not have very kind words for Dazzle in that moment. And because I was frustrated, I forgot the braking point again, stupidly there, and it went off track. But this is where the race got interesting for me. I see the BMW in front of me. The driver beat Tricky. He's about second to 2 seconds in front of me, give and take. But he's also got a penalty of a second. So here's me thinking, maybe if I can improve my time, I could get P5 and be in top 5. But no, that's not happening today. No, not at all. Today's not my day. So I get a second and a half penalty. I serve that, and as he does as well. And we have a long race of trying to catch up, but it doesn't happen until nearly second and last lap, where he gets a penalty for 1 second, and I'm thinking, here's my opportunity to actually get P5. So fast forward a little bit, I can see he's serving his penalty, but it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. In that moment, I'll have to get into his slipstream and catch up. And I do. I do catch up eventually. As you can see, I'm going just past him now. Last lap, and I'm thinking I really got to keep it composed, keep it together, and I can maybe get P5 in the end. So here's a race, a battle between me and B Tricky. Final lap, and we're both trying to not murder each other, but unfortunately I run a little bit too wide, and he takes advantage and get P5 there. And I'm thinking, not to worry, here's a long straight, I can recover, no problem. I just have to be in his slipstream, and it'll be okay. I really get into his slipstream, and then obviously I don't want to hit him, so I go over to the left and look forward to another braking point so I don't actually hit the wall. Keep it together. I really try to tuck him tight to the inside line, making sure I don't slip, skid, or run into him. And he tries to do a switcheroo on me, but it doesn't succeed, unfortunately. And really keeping nice and together, but he gets P5 here because I run a little bit too wide. Now we're neck and neck here. He tries to go on the inside again, doesn't succeed. Final few corners, really trying to keep it together. Unfortunately for me, I run a little bit too wide here, just enough for him to go on the inside, get P5, but sadly for him, he hits the wall just enough to slow him down, and it's a drag race to the finish line. And I removed my wheel cam so you can see how close it was between me and him to get P5, but he does end up just a few seconds, or not even a few tenths of a second in front of me and gets P5. But it was really good racing with him. It was really good fun. Now next race, starting in P10. I'm thinking maybe there's some skilled drivers in this race. Maybe they have better skills, or they have practiced more than I have. But no, it's not going to be like that, because before even the first turn begins, there is carnage, as you can see. 3 cars hit one another, or in a crash. One guy hits the wall off the track, and that was not what I was expecting. Moving along, and the Ferrari runs a little bit too wide. I run a little bit too wide. I'm talking about that. Lap number 2 compared to lap number 1 did not start well for me at all, because I go off track and get 1.5 second penalty because I was not paying attention, and I really lost a few positions, and by that I mean I'm pretty much at the end. There's only one guy behind me, and eventually even he does go around, and it'd be 15. This was not going well for me at all. And this is the point where I'm thinking, how is this possible that in the last race I had P6, was doing not so bad, but in this one I'm literally in the last position? But I think that's what playing online is. You're not always going to be the best. There's always going to be somebody who's better, or somebody will just ram you and then go around you. Or sometimes you will forget how to drive, forget your braking points, and not just have a great time or a great race. Fast forward to lap number 3, coming around the big turn. I go around the Lambo finally, Fast forward to lap number 3, going around the Mercedes McLaren. On a straight line, you would think you would have more power, but I think this is where I had the advantage, luckily for me. And get P12. Lap number 6, and the Supra was just sitting there. Must have spun out. I didn't see what happened there for him, unfortunately. And we finished the race in P11. So it did not work out for me at all. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it for you just sticking around until this point of the video. Like and subscribe if you liked the video. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.